And we're live. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. If you tuned in just before, I do apologise. I had some Wi-Fi problems. I'm not sure what's going on. It is raining here, so maybe that interfered with the Wi-Fi. I got no idea. I am now using my data, so hopefully we have no problems. We were only live for like about a minute and a half, and then we had dramas, but we're back. Hopefully no more problems. Welcome to another live stream for your Thursday night. It is currently February 8, 2024, 7:47 p.m. here in New South Wales. The All-Star teams are out. We're going to get into it in just a moment. Yeah, we had problems with StreamYard before. Then we had a Wi-Fi problem. So now I think we're good now. I think we're on here. So no, it's good. Looking forward to it. Obviously, football season's coming up. We got a couple of trial games this weekend. I think the Broncos are playing Wynnum Manly, as they do every year in that traditional trial game. You've got, I think the Dolphins play a Queensland Cup team as well on Saturday night. I know the Rabbitohs are playing Manly on Sunday, but it's not being televised. So technically, there's only 2 trial games this weekend. And then obviously next week, we get into the preseason challenge. We get into the Charity Shield, the All-Star game. Like, it's all happening. Football season's around the corner. And if you guys haven't noticed yet, if you go on to the channel, you'll see on the live thing, all my live streams for next week. We got the podcast tomorrow night. We got the Super League tips on Monday. We got the Charity Shield Wednesday. Podcast plus preseason tips on Tuesday with obviously week 1 of the preseason. We're going to live stream Bulldogs Storm Thursday night. We're going to live stream the whole derby, the first game of the Super League season, whole FC and whole KR. We're gonna be back at it, busy, ready to go. It's gonna be fantastic. But that's for another time. Let's get into the All-Star team list that are announced. Hello to everyone that's in the chat. Hello to Daniel Bate, Josh Rabbitohs 24, Jason Reader, SS Storm fan, Rishi, everyone that's watching. Apologies if I miss anybody, but I would really appreciate it, guys, if you guys can go ahead and like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. William Pearson, hello. Right. Let's get into the Indigenous All-Star squad, shall we? We'll get into the squad here. So, this is their team. Obviously, the head coach is Ronald Griffiths. Let's have a look at the Indigenous All-Stars team. I got Josh Addo-Carr, Jacob Alec, Bailey Biondi Otto, Bailey Butler, Josh Curran, Adam Elliott, Jordan Grant, Jermaine Hopgood, Nico Hines, Josh Kerr, Alifiana Khan Pereira, Latrell and Shaq Mitchell, Kieran Mosley, Heapa Puru, apologies if I pronounced that wrong, Tony Staggs, Hamaso Tabuai Fido, Isaiah Tass, Braden Trindle, and Cody Walker. Very good. Very good team for the Indigenous All-Stars. Thank you very much, Daniel and Rishi. Shout out to you two. Legends. Now, on to the Maori All-Star team. Obviously, they've got Jesse Arthurs, Kenny Bromwich, Dane Gagai, Jacob Gagai, Jack Howarth, Jerome Hughes, Royce Hunt, Tomato Martin, Trey Mooney, Britton Nakora, Cody Nikarima, Adam Pompey, Joseph Tarpany, Jazz Tavaga, Leo Thompson, Matthew Tomoko, Brandon Smith, Dylan Walker, Xavier Wilson, and Dallin Wateni Zalesniak. Very good, and obviously the head coach there is Adam Blair. Now, couple of things I want to note about the All-Star game, and look, it might be a little bit of a negative, but I've been saying this every year, and it's a concern, and it needs to be addressed. we seem to get less quality with the All-Star game every year. Whether it be, NRL head coaches not allowing some of their players to participate in the All-Star game because they're worried they're going to get injured before round one and potentially stuff up their plans for their NRL team season, or whether it be a political thing or something else. I don't know. But every year this game gets older. This sort of, this All-Star game gets less quality, and I just think it's a little bit of a concern. No one's even talking about it, 5-6 years ago, the All-Star game was one of the big things that were on the NRL calendar, and don't get me wrong, I think the All-Star game still is one of the big top priorities in the game today, but if you're going to keep, naming players that are not at the top tier level, the All-Star game's going to be affected by it, and you're not going to have the best players. I'm looking at this forward pack for the Indigenous All-Stars, and they don't have the greatest forward pack. I know they've never really had the best props and whatnot, and the thing is with the Indigenous All-Stars, they've always had the best backs, but they've never had the best forwards. And I think with the Maori All-Stars, it's the opposite. The Maori All-Stars have got the best forwards, and they've got the lower tier outside backs. So, yeah, obviously I'm looking forward to it. I went to the All-Star game a few years ago up at the Gold Coast there, and I think the Maori All-Stars won. I think it was 30-16 from memory. Brendan Smith scored 2 tries. I remember that clear as day. Look, obviously there will be a lot of people that are very negative about it, but honestly, I'm looking forward to the All-Star game. I enjoy it every year. I don't really care who wins. I mean, both teams are representing their culture, and it's always, a good crowd. And this is going to be in Townsville. It's been in Townsville before, so they should get a fair crowd. It's going to be interesting to see how it all does go. But having a look at this Indigenous team, I'm going to try and put together the best starting team. So, in case you guys don't know, they have unlimited interchange in the All-Star game, so doesn't really matter who starts, but we'll go through the 17. Obviously, I just want to let you guys know as well that next Friday, when this game does happen, I will be live streaming the game. I'll be doing a live reaction to it, and it should be a good time. Alright, so the best starting team for this Indigenous team, having a look at it on paper. Alright, we'll go Latrell Mitchell at fullback. On the wings, we'll go with Khan Pereira and Josh Adokar. Centres will be Katoni Staggs and the Hammer. Cody Walker at 5'8", Nico Hines at halfback. The front row pairing, I'd say the front row would be probably Jordan Grant. I'd say Jordan Grant will be in the front row with Josh Kerr. Hooker will be obviously Kieran Mosley. He's a dummy half. Second row, Adam Elliott and Josh Curran. I think lock forward will be obviously Jermaine Hopgood. And the bench will be everyone else. Trindle, Tass, Shaq Mitchell, Bailey Butler, Jacob Alec, Biondi Otto. I just think with the forward pack, I think you could start Shaq Mitchell, but I think you want some impact off the bench. So I'd probably go with Jordan Grant starting from the Melbourne Storm. I'd have him starting in the front row with Josh Kerr, and obviously you go Elliott and Curran back row with Hopgood at lock forward. That's what I would do. So that's my starting team for the Indigenous All-Stars. Now, let's get to the Maori All-Stars. A little bit more difficult here with the Maori All-Stars because I've got some pretty good options here in the back line. So, having a look at it, fullback. Oh, wow. The Maori All-Stars don't really have a recognised fullback, do they? No Kalen Ponga, no Charles Nickel Klukstad, no Manu, no Tuivasa-Sheck. I don't even know if Roger's even eligible to play in this anyway. All right, so I think Tamari Martin will probably go to fullback. The wingers, on the wings, I'd go Jesse Arthurs on one wing, and I would go Dallin Watene-Zelezniak on the other. Centres, I'd go with Dane Gagai and Adam Pompey in the centres. Oh no, hang on, what about Tomoko? Fuck, I got some headaches here. Hey, what about Tomoko? I feel like Pompey will start because he might goal kick. Fuck, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'll change it. This is my Maori All-Stars team. Fullback, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. On the wings, Jesse Arthurs and Dane Gagai. In the centres, Matthew Tomoko and Adam Pompey. 5'8", Tamari Martin. Halfback, Jerome Hughes. Front row, I'd go Royce Hunt and Joseph Tarpany. Brendan Smith at dummy half. Back row, Kenny Bromwich, Britton Nakora. Lock forward, I'd go with Jazz Tavaga. And on the bench, I'd go Dylan Walker, Leo Thompson. Who else is there? Dylan Walker, Leo Thompson. What's that other prop? Yeah, Leo Thompson, fucking Trey Mooney probably on the bench, along with Jack Howarth, Cody Nikorima, Xavier Willison. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I reckon Dallin Watene-Zelezniak goes to fullback, Arthurs and Gagai on the wing, and Pompey and Tomoko in the centres. I feel like Pompey will probably goal kick for the Maori All-Stars. So that's what I would do with the team, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to give away a prediction or anything yet. I'm going to save that for the preview. Look, I haven't set up the All-Star preview yet. I'm still trying to work out when I'm going to do it. To be honest, I'll probably do the All-Star preview on Sunday, to be completely honest with you. Sunday night, I'll probably do it. I'll do an All-Star preview. I'll try and get a few people on as well, and we'll talk about the game and what it means to some people and whatever. So I'll try to get a few people on for it. But what I'll do, before we wrap things up here, what I'll do, I'll give you 2 players to watch from both teams. So 2 players to watch in the Indigenous All-Stars team. I reckon keep a close eye on Kieran Mosley, the dummy half. He's been, floating around NRL teams in Queensland Cup for quite some time now. Kieran Mosley is a very good number 9. He's very small. I think he'll go really well in the All-Star game. And another one that I'll keep an eye, I reckon you guys should keep an eye on in the All-Star game, is Isaiah Tass. Now, I know Isaiah Tass is more of a centre winger, but there are talks of him potentially playing a little bit of second row this season. So if he gets an opportunity to play a bit of back row, it'll be interesting to see how he goes there. And 2 players to watch from the Maori All-Star team. Obviously, he played a lot of NRL last year, but with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck back at the Warriors, Adam Pompey seems to be a little bit out of favour at the Warriors. I honestly reckon Adam Pompey is a very good centre. He can goal kick, and he plays pretty well for me. So I reckon Adam Pompey's one to watch in the All-Star game. I think he'll go really well. And another one to keep an eye on from the Broncos is that young back rower, Xavier Willison. Everyone's hyping him up. Obviously Kurt Capewell's left Brisbane, gone to the Warriors. Obviously Brendan Piakore and Jordan Ricky will probably be the Broncos back row, but don't count out Xavier Willison. He will be pushing that position. Shane says Manu. No, Manu's out, bro. Joseph Manu is out. Wilson is a prop. Is he a prop? Wow, okay. Well, anyway, keep an eye on him because he's a fucking machine. I've seen a bit of him, so see how he goes. Well, anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up tonight's little live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the podcast. Me and Cody will be live tomorrow night around 7 p.m. If the time changes, I'll let you guys know on Instagram. But anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night. Apologies about the couple delays that we had. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.